Oh, sorry about that, folks. I was listening to the voices in my head having a fucking hell of an argument. Just going on, man. I don't know. They're all arguing over which piece of gray matter they're going to infect next because there's a vacant space there. I had a concussion one time and lost the ability to do anything with this one spot in my brain. So the gray matter, the voices in my head are now arguing over who's taking over the vacant space. It's quite the argument. It's really actually impressive. Hey, it's Friday. It's bitch day. Welcome aboard. For those of you aboard, welcome aboard. Hey, Gwen, how you doing? We got all sorts of fun and games coming your way tonight. A little while later, we're going to have super producer Glassy on, the producer of the of the ever popular Trippin' with Bonzi show. Whereas I'd like to call Glassy the producer of the show where he took a absolute down and out homeless dude and made him a internet sensation. And Bonzi didn't like that much, but who cares? It's Friday. It's bitch day. Anybody got any bitches? Get them out there. I'm flying solo tonight. My wife left me to go do some shopping. It seems as though buying something orange for September 30th for work is more important than helping do the show. And so she left. She went shopping. Fine, whatever. Leave me by myself. What could possibly go wrong with Wade home alone with no adult supervision? Well, fuck, let me tell you. It's me and the dog and the cat. The cat's outside. She's fucked now for the next hour and a little bit. She's out there for the night. Dog's kind of roaming around. Got the whole house to herself. Yeah, so that's going on. To all of those of you, yeah. If you are watching on Facebook, and I don't know if you can or not, I'm not getting a feed through here on Facebook. If you're watching on Facebook and you're making comments, I can't see it. Jump over to YouTube, search either my name, Wade Holloway, or Munch34M, or Friday Bitch Day, and log into YouTube and watch that way. That way I'll see your comments, I'll see who's in chat with us, who's bitching about what, and that way I can actually discuss your bitches with you. Get them out of your system, and that way you can enjoy the weekend. That's what this is all about. But nobody ever has any bitches. We all live a really charmed life, I guess. I don't know. I got a cold. I think I caught it from working too hard this week. I actually put in a solid 27, 28 hours this week. Just brutal, I tell you. But on a happier note, the way how do I explain it? My job, I drive truck. I drive used parts from Lamont into Edmonton and deliver them around Edmonton. I start work about 6 in the morning. I'm usually done by 12:30, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. I'm also a photographer. A lot of those that know me know that. And starting to open back up for me. Things are starting to pick up. I haven't done a shoot involving live human beings in a year and a half up until last weekend. I had a young couple, one of their friends, did up some photos for them. And next Saturday, I'm going to go down to Turner Park in Fort Saskatchewan and kind of set up shop there just on the hood of the car type deal. You want pictures? Come on down, $85. And we'll shoot you up a bunch of pictures. I'll bring them home. I'll edit them. I'll email them to you. I'll send them to you through Messenger, however you want to get them. I'll get them to you. You can take them, get them printed off. You can post them on your Facebook, on your Instagram, on your Twitter, whatever. I don't care. They're yours to do with what you want. And if you're watching tonight on YouTube, here's the deal. If you're watching on YouTube tonight, mention it. And I can tell who's here. I know Gwen's here. So if Gwen shows up to Turner Park in Fort Saskatchewan Saturday between 9 and 3, hey, wait, it's Gwen. I want my pictures done. Boom. You're going to save $10. Right there, $75. And no GST. Bring cash. I gave up all my credit card, all my debit shit when the pandemic hit, because there's no point in paying those exorbitant fees that those idiots want either. That's why everything shut down. Studio stuff gone. Everything's gone. They basically kept back 2 cameras, one of which is now failing. That's $1,000 bill. And the other one works just fine. So we'll use the one that works fine and take a bunch of pictures. So that's next Saturday. So, stick around for that. Watch my Facebook feed. I'll be posting all sorts of shit on that. What else we got going on? Let's see. We got pictures. Here's some of the couple I did here last weekend. I'm sure if you're following along on Facebook, you've seen them. I'm sure. Come on. There we go. Just walking in the trees. Nice. The colors right now are just phenomenal. Absolutely amazing. So just to get out there and actually shoot stuff, it was so much fun. We were out there for maybe an hour, if that, because these kids had to get to work on Saturday morning. I thought they had more time, so I was ready to take all day with them and shoot. But we did it up in about an hour, and worked out really, really well. Got some really good results with them. They were happy, so it's all good. What else we got going on? Oh, the two Michaels. Being held in China. Basically a state-sanctioned hostage-taking, as it were, are free. They're on a plane. They're heading for home. Michael Spaver and Michael Kovrig. They've been held hostage now for over 1,000 days in Chinese prisons for bullshit, trumped-up charges. And it was a direct result of Canada detaining Huawei exec Meng Wanzhou. My Chinese is a little bit off here, so Canada detained her. The U.S. wanted her extradited to face criminal charges for espionage and breaking sanctions to Iraq and stuff like that. And she pled guilty today over the internet, over a Zoom meeting. Pled guilty to the States. They fined her $7 or whatever it was. And she's on her way back to China, and the two Michaels are heading home. So good on them. That's great news. Big time news. Hardly a bitch. It's a good thing. People coming home. It's good. What else? That's about it. Other than that, just kind of waiting on Glassy. Gwen's here. You got any? Gwen says the pictures are absolutely beautiful. Yeah, they did come out nice. I thought they turned out pretty good. Those are the only ones I had uploaded here. And this one too. We did this one the other day. Where are you? There you go. This is my shithound. That Derby Kona. She's an Aussie Shepherd. That's just on the hardwood floors. And she's just the most photogenic dog if you can get her to sit still. But she does not sit still. She cannot sit still. I have ADHD. She has ADHD in HD. She just nonstop goes. She's here now, sitting with me, because nobody else. Other than that, she's super photogenic. Love to get her out and take more pictures, but the minute you undo the leash, she's gone. And see, bitching. Oh shit. Speaking of pictures. Speaking of which, this happened to me a couple weeks ago. I post pretty much every picture I take. I post on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, wherever. Just, it's what I do. It's kind of free subliminal advertising. You see it for a second and it's gone. And it's always cool. I have a lot of clients that buy a lot of my prints and various sizes. I've had posters done. What Dave in Vancouver had a hollow space above his steps. It was 5 feet by 13 feet. And we did up a poster for him, sent it out. He put it up. And it's always cool when you walk into somebody's house that's bought a piece off of you, or into a business that's bought a piece of art off you. It's really disheartening when you walk into a local restaurant to pick up hey Brad, how you doing? Thanks for making it. You pull into the local restaurant to pick up a to-go order you placed. And you look at the wall and it's, holy shit, that picture looks really familiar. Like, really familiar. And you sit there and stare at it for a minute and you go, wait a minute. You pull out your phone and scroll through your pictures and go, motherfucker, that's mine. I took that fucking picture. These guys didn't pay for it. They just downloaded it and figured, it's a free game. So the waitress comes by and says, hey, that picture there, where'd you guys get that? She says, oh, I have no idea. No idea. You'd have to talk to the manager. He's the one that hung it up there. I said, oh, no, it's really nice. I was just wondering, is the manager around? Yeah, I'll go grab him. So she goes and grabs the manager and he comes out. So, well, where'd you get that picture? Oh, I downloaded it off a Facebook feed that somebody had shared it along the way and so forth. So I thought it was nice and I downloaded it. I said, oh, yeah. Do you pay the photographer for it? No. I said, well, let me riddle you this. That's a 20 by 30 inch picture. It costs you what? $35, $40 for the picture? Yeah. What it cost you for the frame? Oh, $175. So you're into it for $200. Okay. What do you think the photographer would charge you to do that? So I have no idea. As I'll tell you exactly how much. A printed poster in a frame, delivered to you, to your front door. I'd do it for $150. He says, well, shit. If I would have known you were a photographer, I would have paid you the $150. I said, I'm going to show you something, bud. And I pull my phone. You see that watermark down there? That's me. See that water picture? That's me. Right now, that's theft. You stole my fucking artwork. So I suggest you take it down until you pay me $150. Take it down. Well, I'm not paying it. I'm not taking it down. So I phoned my attorney. My attorney made a phone call to him, and that picture's no longer there. So that's my bitch. That's my bitch. Don't steal my fucking artwork. If you want to use it for your wallpaper on Facebook or something like that, fine. Fuck, be my guest. Take it. Do it. Use it. All I ask, put my name with it. Hey, look, my new Facebook feed, picture or whatever. Stole it off of Wade Paul, a hell of a guy. Let me do it. As long as you say my name and did I let you do it? Post away on the internet, but don't go posting it on your walls. That hit the wrong chord. And it just happenstance to walk into a business that I normally never walk into and see it hanging there. Now I want to walk into every business in Edmonton and area. Go. Let me see your pictures. Any of these mine? And it was one that was published in National Geographic. So if National Geographic caught wind of it, holy fuck, that'd be a hell of a to-do because it was sold to them. I didn't even have the right to ask them for money because it was sold to National Geographic. They own all the rights to it. So we're just waiting on Glassy, and we'll get him in here and start grilling him about what it takes to produce a homeless guy. Super producer Glassy, radio sensation, and we got some dirt on him too. We're going to bring up with him as well. Should be good. Hot beverage. And the beauty about living in Northern Canada, my hot beverage stays hot. Right. Gwen, what are you bitching about? Any bitch? She says thieves are the worst, and I have to agree. I can't tolerate that shit. Like, ask me. If I'm sitting in a restaurant, the town of Bruderheim, prime example, in town here, they ask me, hey, can we take these pictures, hang them on our wall? Yeah, by all means, go ahead. It's the town. I got artwork hanging all over this town, and I'm going to take English as a second language lessons here right quick, dude. My English sucks tonight. Ouch. All right, go away. Pitbull bugging me. Glassy, where are you? Do. And as I said, the wife's out shopping, out spending money that we don't have, all for work. It's on September 30th. It's Indigenous Awareness Day. Something brand new. Just came up this month. I just heard about it the other day for the first time. And my wife, see, this English thing is hard. Thanks, Gwen. I appreciate that. There's nothing, if you go into any of the car dealerships or the automotive repair shops, auto body shops, mechanic shops, there's nothing there. I'm in them all the time. There's nothing there. So the wife went shopping for this Indigenous Awareness Days that I knew nothing about, to buy a bunch of orange things to wear at work. She works at a pharmacy in Lamont. Not that kind of pharmacy, an actual pharmacy, where you can go get actual prescription medications. Not those prescription medications, the other prescription medications. Not the ones that make you feel better, the other ones that make you feel better. If that makes any sense. Anyways, I guess they're doing a big promotion or something for work, and she's been put in charge of getting orange stuff to wear. Now, try and find something orange. She sent me out yesterday because I was done work at, 11 o'clock. And yeah, Riley, you're right. Nobody does know about this new holiday. It's a federal statutory holiday. So the federal government, the banks, the schools, any company federally regulated will get those days off. Other than that, We're working, Riley. So anyways, the wife's out shopping for something orange. I went the other day to look for T-shirts at a local store, and not a one, nothing, zero, zilch, nada in orange. Asked the manager, hey, we know what's going on. Any orange shirts? You guys always have orange shirts. Sold out of orange shirts months ago. Can't get any more in. Don't know when we're going to get any more in. And that's the end of that. So my orange shirt supplier's flown the coop. So she's out shopping for orange shit. You can't find orange shit. I had something else I wanted to go on, and I can't remember what the hell it was. See, don't get old. Your mind leaves you. Okay, Riley, I'm pretty sure it's a failed attempt for Trudeau to get his majority. What's that, the orange shirts or the indigenous holiday? You're probably right. It was probably you're exactly right. I'm waiting now with the two Michaels being released. I'm waiting for Trudeau to take credit for that, even though he did really nothing on that whole agenda for the last 2.5 years. He really did nothing. But I don't want to go political. China needs to be on the forefront of the bitch fest tonight. Meng gets released, and suddenly the two Michaels are flying home. Well, I said that earlier, Brad, that it was a state-sanctioned hostage taking. That's all it was. We detained Wan Zhao from Hawaii, and I'll never own one of their phones because I don't want them knowing what I'm doing. I don't want them to see the porn I have on my phone. So they kidnapped these two Michaels for the most part, threw them in jail, and took away 2 years of their lives. 1,021 days, something like that. They celebrate's the wrong word. They just had a thing. I don't know what the hell to call it for the 1,000th day that they were imprisoned by the Chinese government. I don't know. But yeah, it's bullshit. Just complete and total bullshit. That's all there is to it. Will it stop the meddling? Nah, I don't know. Now there's rumblings that China was involved in the Canadian federal election, which I don't know. Fuck. Was Russia involved in the U.S. one? Nah, fuck. I don't know. How are you gonna ever know? Who's gonna step up and say, "Oh yeah, we definitely caused the election to go a different way"? Well, it was all us. We did it. No, nobody's gonna step up and do that. I'm sick of politics. Period. Fuck. Got through the U.S. election, was a shit show for 6 months after the election. It's still a shit show if you pay any attention to it. I don't. We went through this Canadian shit show, and it, again, just a shit show. And now we're going through our civic elections here in Alberta, so every town you go into is just littered with fucking road signs. I'm just sick of it all. I don't know how many times I'm going to vote in a civic election. I voted twice in the federal election because I just wanted to see if I could do it, and I did. And I voted once for an actual party and spoiled the other ballot. Okay, that's a line of shit. I only voted once. I'd like to vote a few times. Get in there and vote. Overvote. Could you imagine that? There's only 500 constituents in Bruderheim that are legally eligible to vote. How come we have 655 ballots? That'd be fun. Watch their little fucking heads explode over that. That'd be fun. So two Michaels on a plane right now as we speak, flying home. And yeah, sending the Olympics to the athletes. See, dyslexia is kicked in tonight too. Can't speak English and I'm dyslexic. This is a bad night. Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that either. As much as I'd love to watch the NHL players play best against best in a Olympic setting, I don't know if I feel safe sending the athletes over there. And politically, it's not right. But what about their security as well? I mean, who's to say? Who knows what the fuck the Chinese government is capable of doing? I mean, they've proven over and over again how corrupt they are. And who's to say they wouldn't take Connor McDavid into custody because they don't like his beard? Who's to say they wouldn't take What the hell is the name out of Toronto there? He'll play for the U.S. team. Matthews. Who says they won't take Austin Matthews and throw him in jail because... No, he's fucking Austin Matthews. And he should be in jail. No. Yes, Liz Dexia is real. Lap. I mean, pal. Oh, fuck. So, yeah, I've fed up with politics. Just had enough. Hurry up, Glassy. I'm running out of train track. Glassy just sent me a message. Keep the train on the tracks. I'm on my way. Yeah, sure you are. Yes. Yeah, late Glassy. Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't know when Bonzi's show finished. I shut it off just shortly after Reggie left. Hell of a nice guy. Seems like a really nice guy. Anyway, it's going to be really interesting to listen to his stories. We're going to get Hopper on the show here one night too, Brad, because he's got stories. And we're going to get dirtier stories in here. And I got a few other ideas in mind that I want to get going on, and I got to get working on to get on the show. And just between getting shit done at work, which is nothing, but getting the photography end of things back up and running has taken quite a bit of my time this week. Just making sure shit's working. Like the photo shoot I did last weekend, it turned out really well, but the one camera I have is just, I don't know, fuck. It's a really expensive camera, and I can't part with it, and it's seen better days. I've sent it in for service. They've sent it back going, it's going to cost you about $3,000. And it's like, oh, fucking, a new one's only $6,000. And I've run this camera. This camera's been all over the planet with me, just getting the shit kicked out of it. So I don't know if I should buy another new one or what. And yes, Hopper, you're right. Brad, you're right. They shouldn't be allowed to host based on their human rights violations. They shouldn't be allowed to do anything. There should be just as many sanctions against China as there is against Iraq. When you think about it, but they're such a huge trade partner. How do you shut them down? You know, how do you not trade with them? I mean, if you don't trade with them, then you don't get a pile of shit. Because the majority of our shit that we have in this country is made in China. Even Mexico, official souvenir in Mexico, made in China. Notice that a lot in Hawaii, man. Holy shit. Everything in Hawaii is made in China. Everything. Including the children, I think. It's just crazy. The voices in my head still arguing. Yes, they are. I mentioned the YouTube savings. If you show up Saturday at Turner Park in Fort Saskatchewan, hope to see some of you out there. The two Michaels, the whole Olympic thing should be shut down. The politics I'm sick of. And I'm running out of things to say fast. And Glassy's fucking stood me up. I don't believe this guy. Just crazy. Where are you, Glassy? Let's have a look. We'll see if we can find him here. Bloop, not there yet. Yeah, well, he'll be along shortly, I'm sure. Tomorrow. Oh, hey, tomorrow. That's what I was going to... Tomorrow. I don't know if... And this is kind of a local thing more than anything. We have a... in Stettler, Alberta. Speaking of keeping the train on the tracks. In Stettler, Alberta, we have a antique train thing that you can go on. It takes you from Stettler to, I believe it's Big Valley, about an hour train ride on this old train, steam locomotive engine. $75 a head, and it's my dad's 85th birthday in October. Now, background story is Mom turned 80 in March, and Mom's she's got that same stupid sense of humor I do. And Mom, what do you want for your 80th birthday? I want pomp and circumstance. I want everything those little kids are getting and more. Those little kids are getting, flyovers. They're getting fire departments rolling by, police departments rolling by. I want that. It's like, okay, well, fine. I'll do what I can do. So I went to the local fire hall by Mom and Dad's place in Edmonton and talked to the fire guys there. And I said, look, I realize that rolling by is probably out of the question because it's just not feasible. It's not cost effective. It's not right. If a call comes in and you guys are way over here and you got to go way over there, it doesn't work out. So how be if we bring the birthday cake and my mom to the fire hall? You can set up the rig outside on the tarmac, and you guys can sing happy birthday to her. She'll blow out the candles. We'll take some pictures and we'll call it a day. No, that's great. That's great. So that's what we did. And then I had James P. White from the locker room, 95.7 in Edmonton here. The radio station is James P. White. He's a little person, and he also does stripping on the side. So I had him do a video strip for Mom. Well, holy shit. Just craziness ensued. It was a lot of fun. So turning the page, Dad's turning 85 in October. I asked him about 2 weeks away, 3 weeks ago, what do you want for your birthday, Dad? I don't know. He said, well, no, come on. What do you want? No, I don't know. I was like, holy shit. Come on, Dad, what do you want? I don't know. So I come home. My mom phoned me the next day. She said, the reason your dad's so short about his birthday is he's scared shitless. After what you did to me, he doesn't want any part of his birthday this year. So I sat there and we hummed and hawed, and what are we going to do for the old man? And this old train thing come up on my Facebook feed. Had a look at it, phoned my sister. I said, what do you think, man? $75 a head. They feed you a steak dinner. It's like a 3.5 hour evening. Let's get the family involved, get everybody out there, and we'll go and do this thing. So she's, yeah, that's cool. So we're going to do that tomorrow. Drag the parents and the kids and the grandchildren and the great-grandchildren out for a train ride and a steak dinner. So that should be cool. Yeah, Brad, I'd love to bring you out. What's that going to cost me from Ontario to Bruder? Well, Ontario to Edmonton for a fire department to go by Mom's house for her birthday. What's the cost on that going to be? Okay, what do you figure? What do those things get fuel-wise? About 8 miles to the gallon, if that? At, what is it, a 4,000 kilometer journey? Yeah, sure, we'll do that. So let's bring in Glassy. Why? Because he's not really here yet. It's just an empty chair. Anyways, doesn't matter. Oh, yeah. Fun. Glassy, where are you? Has anybody seen Glassy? No? Where is he? He's gone. It's okay, let's make fun of his shit. He's got an ugly Vancouver jersey on the wall there. Number 16, that's Trevor Linden, I'm pretty sure. And a stupid Seattle Seahawks helmet. He probably doesn't even know it. It's probably one of those chip dip things. Hey, Glassy, how you doing?
Hi, how you doing?
Not bad. We're just making fun of your shit.
Oh, were you? Good. Yeah, like you normally do. Yeah. On Twitter. Exactly. What's with the pink background, the bubbles? What's going on with that? That's kind of
it's just just came up here and I figured, fuck it, I'm gonna leave it for now.
Fuck it. Yeah, you got the hunting coat on and the purple bubbles. That's good.
Yeah.
Right on. Hi, Brad. Hi, everybody.
Welcome aboard. So
thank you.
Let's get into it. Radio guy.
Boy. Yep.
How long you been in radio now?
Off and on. What? I originally started probably when I was 14 years old. Started doing the old Channel 10 is what you would know it as back in the day and everything like, right? So we start doing on locations. You do video on the street, the pulse of the community, and you had the SBCA show and the fishing shows and all that thing on the community public access television. And I was just always go-getter, so I just jumped. Can you get my head out of there? It's really big. My head feels really big. Here, I'll put my mic back. There we go.
Your head is really big. Don't worry about it.
It's red. Yes, I do suntan. It is BC. But just always...
alcoholism, but that's okay.
Well, I don't think so. No, it's white. Yeah. Anyways, no, just always being that go-getter and just going to get it, right? Like, so since 14, that was community television, and then slowly I got into board hopping and a little bit of radio, and I always swore I'd never get into radio because I always like having the camera, the ANG camera, and doing the things as opposed to sitting in a studio behind the microphone. You know what I mean?
That's why I got a radio. I was sitting there staring at a wall with a big red clock on it. And
it's 10:01. Yeah. Here's what's coming up.
It's 10:01. It's +4. Here's the Beatles.
And then you sit there and you're like, okay, cool. Yeah. Now I'll dance to the music for 6 minutes and come out of that break or come into that break. And
I didn't even have that luxury. I was doing morning news in Penticton, my last radio gig.
Yeah. Oh, you were carts then too, weren't you?
Yeah. But it's carts and 8-tracks.
Stick tap to you guys. Holy Christ! I remember the first station that I was able to kind of sit in on was 1270 here in Chilliwack, and it's been a mainstay since 1930s or something like that.
That's
was all Bill Coombs and Fraser Valley after that for Israeli broadcasters. Forgive me, everybody, if I'm getting this wrong. And just learned the cart system, right? But at 6 a.m. or 3 a.m., quite often, the cart system would fail. And it was always that, what was that religious program they always played overnight?
Be safe, Brad. Not church lady. I always get church lady.
Yeah.
Because I'm not religious at all. Not at all. I walk into a church, it'll fucking burn down.
Brad, we love you, man. Good luck on that call. We had him on the show the other night, and that was a really awesome.
Yeah, he's a good shit. I want to get him on my show here too.
He's so good, man, and gets that perspective, because we all go, "Oh, I can read Facebook or everything like that." People, if the only thing that I can tell you right now is just be informed. Be informed of what's going on around you. Form the right, form the left, form your own opinion, and roll with that.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Exactly.
I'm so tired of it. Like, I mean, you guys are living the Wild West up in Alberta there.
Oh yeah, we're open.
Holy,
we're open
yeah.
I agree. Lachlan Cross says it best. Kenny came out and said, "You know what,
Go get
fuckers,
him,
you're on your own. You're on your
Good
own.
luck,
fucking
fuckers.
figure it out. Get vaccinated or fucking die." And well, guess what? They're fucking dying. Edson had a goddamn COVID party. I don't know the exact numbers, but I've heard that there was 25 people at this COVID party, 14 of which are now in the hospitals here in Edmonton, ICU units. 3 of them are in the morgue. So, what kind of science do you need to tell you that, you know, maybe get vaccinated and?
But even if you're not, it doesn't matter. Like, but if you're not, then you got to stay home and, you know, do your own thing, right? Like, because I see so much or talk to so many people. Sometimes I'm just cool to sit in my house.
Oh yeah, same here.
And I'm only single vaxxed, right? So
yeah. Oh, I go to work. I do my shit. I come home, and I'm in the house for the most part. I don't, go to the store to get some grub every now and again, whatever. And I know what I need. It's in, out, and don't associate with alcohol. No. Nobody.
Wear a mask. Wash your hands. Let's get on with life.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where I'm at.
So you still in radio now, or?
No, well, every once in a while I jump in on K96.3 up in Kelowna, which is really cool. Brad, I worked with him in Fort McMurray, and him and Alicia are fine, phenomenal people.
Right on.
To run a morning show, right? Make it fun, and that's, I guess, where you could probably, you want me to do the tie-in to Bonzi? Is that what you want me to do?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there you go.
That's where we're going.
It's a tie-in because it's content. It's listener driven, right? We all have the exact same things going on in our lives, and because you and I and Bonzi, Dean, Locke, everybody's successful in being able to do that, is because you're drawing in community, you know, and everybody wants to be a part of something, and that's what people want to see. The yard sale that is Bonzi, and God love him. I love him for it. Like when I first heard him, I was like, I'm in, man.
Oh, he's living every guy's dream. There isn't.
He really is.
If you will talk to a guy and he says, "No, I'd never do that," he's fucking lying to you. He's down outright lying, because that is every dude's dream. Give it all up and just go do stuff.
And he's just that content sale. Like, he's Murphy. If it can happen, it will. He got the single dose Johnson, and you know, he's got Guillain-Barré syndrome or some dumb thing. You know?
Yeah, no, that's too damn funny.
But it's beautiful though, right? Because also, like Bonzi and I like to think of us as a great team. We drive. It drives forward. It always drives forward. It doesn't sit. It doesn't get stale. It doesn't get. People want to see the car accident, but you know, they slow down to look at it, but they feel guilty that they shouldn't look at it, but they still stare at it the entire way.
Exactly.
Right? Like,
exactly.
You know, and that's what life's all about, because we're all that same person. Sure, half the people get drunk on a Friday and sit in their backyard and light a fire.
Yep. The other half sit on the internet talking bullshit and nonsense.
That's it. Yeah.
And then when we're done, we go in the backyard and light a fire.
That's it. There's nothing wrong with that. Or cracking a beer, for that matter. Happy Friday.
Oh, happy Friday. This is my coffee cup. I quit drinking coffee 2 years ago. This is actually straight Bailey's.
Oh, straight Bailey's. Oh, boy. Yeah.
No, when I worked at UPS, I mean, I'm not supposed to say names. When I worked at the Big Brown Company, I had the Canadian division
Sorry about
manager.
your uniform.
Yeah, the Canadian division manager. I was a member of the Teamsters Union, of course, and a shop steward and really involved with the union and shit like that.
That was fun, wasn't it?
Oh, I loved every minute of it, causing fucking
I spoke
chaos.
of the union. Yeah.
I know. Causing chaos and shit. It was lots of fun. But I had one of the Canadian division managers ask me, "Is fuck Paulo? You sure drink a lot of coffee, man?" Because I got my to-go mug and a big thermos full of coffee. I'm on the road 16 hours a day. Man, do you ever drink a lot of coffee? Like, I've seen you every day this week. You come in, you got your thermos, you got your to-go mug. How much coffee do you drink in a day? It's none. What do you mean none? No. It's straight Baileys. I quit drinking coffee 2 years ago. What? Fuck, let me say this, man. I got to check this out. But I love my thermos. My thermos was great, man. I miss it. I don't know whatever happened to it.
Joe, can you come over here? I need you to breathalyze so I can start the truck and we can carry on with our day. Yeah, get over here. Come here.
But I love my thermos. I miss that thermos, man. It kept the hot things hot and the cold things cold.
It's a false decoy for alcoholism.
Yeah, but it kept all the hot things hot and the cold things cold. Like,
you know, a
lot of times I'd keep some coffee and a popsicle in there.
Okay.
It's a visual joke, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, my. Okay.
Wow. It's a thinker.
Next.
Next.
Oh, my God. This is awesome. But, yeah, again, it's real conversation. Everybody jumps in. We're a part of something, right? I always say, and this is my trademark, you don't need a lot of people. You just need the right ones, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
That's life.
Weed through the bull.
We're all going to get through this bullshit together. Yeah.
Nobody's getting out of life alive. Why are we taking it so seriously?
Nope.
No, that's
a friend of mine the other day. You know, she always goes on trips and always goes to this place and goes to that place and stuff like that. I'm like, how the hell do you do that, right? Like, because just I see dollar, right? I would love to, you know, throw another room in my house or whatever, right? Like, she's like, well, you're not going to take it with you. So I was like,
no, she's right. And you know what? I'm 58 and I've lived my whole life with that. You can't take it with you and you know, whatever. Not that I ever had all that much to save up, but I've enjoyed life. But I'll tell you, retirement's coming real quick and I got nothing.
Yep.
There's some big brown pension and some federal pension coming, but it ain't
half the rest of the population isn't going to have that much either. It's crazy.
That's right.
You know, I love the housing crisis right now across Canada. It's like, well, if you know BC, you know, like a BC box is I think it's 170 by something. Yeah. But the frontage makes it dividable into two lots because that can happen. All of a sudden, this lot is now worth $900. So it's fun. It's fun to buy a house at $900,000 and get the money and go, woo, I can go to IKEA and furnish my next house, whatever like that. But to buy back into the market, you're paying exactly the damn same.
Yep.
And probably mark my words, within a year from now, you're going to see a lot of keys back on counters.
That happened here. When we first moved into this house, it was 2003, I want to say. Yeah, 2003. We moved into this house, brand new house, paid $130,000 for it cash. Bang, walked in. It's ours. He fell off the face of the earth. He'll be back. Bought the house, moved in. 4 weeks later, realtor comes banging on the door. Hey, I can get you $300,000 for your house tomorrow. I got buyers lined up. There was an upgrader going into Redwater. That was the big projection at that time, a gas upgrader. And housing across the street, we live across from a farm field, and there's 12 lots across the street. And when we moved in, those lots were $6,900 each. Same thing that we paid for this lot here. I should buy all 10 of those lots. Have the view of the farm field forever. 70 grand. Not going to work. Yeah, that'd be perfect. And Doe and I laughed about it. For the first year we were here, we laughed about it. We should buy those lots. Ha ha ha. Those lots sold a year later for $79,000. I could have bought them for $6,900. Those lots were sold for $79,000. Builders put houses on them. Those houses sold for $490,000. Today you can buy one for about $220,000, and they're all in foreclosure. They've been vacant for years. It's just really sad to see. It's really, really bad. But that's kind of Doe's and my future goal now, or future plan, is that with the housing crisis going on here, the skyrocketing prices and shit like that, we're toying with the idea of selling everything, buying a motorhome, like a Class A bus, not like Bonzi's, but an actual motorhome bus with slides and, you know, a little more living area than what Bonzi has. and driving it down to Mexico, maybe buying a lot in Mexico or renting a lot in Mexico and just propping it up on there, or buying a house and propping it on the yard, use it as an Airbnb if we have a house to live in. That's kind of where we're toying with that, because our money will go a lot further in Mexico than it will here. I can survive. When we've done it, we've survived a month in Mexico on about $300. Between paying for, not including rent, right? Our rent, I think, what were we paying? $29 a night for that house, a complete house. $29 a night Canadian for the month. So what's that? 3 by 3 is $900 a month, and that was on an Airbnb. That wasn't a local rental. If you go down there, you can find local rentals for about $150, $200 a month, as long as you're not, you don't go big and elaborate and fancy. Do you want a pool? Well, that's going to cost you. You want 2 bedrooms? That's going to cost you. You want this done? That's going to cost you. You want a dishwasher? Well, good luck. That's going to cost you. Everything costs. And if you go simple, take the simple life, you can rent houses down in Mexico where we go for about $150 to $200 a month for 1 bedroom, 800 square foot place. Nothing fancy, nothing elaborate. And when you rent a place down there, can I paint? Yeah, paint. Can I change it? Yeah, change whatever you want. You basically own it. So have fun with it. Well, I don't know what happened to Glossy. Normally he'd pop out, he'd pop right back in, but I don't know. So I think we're going to call it an evening. We kind of got, out of Glossy a little bit. I wanted to touch more on what it actually takes. Has power went out? Oh, there we go. Power went out. Well, that ain't good. That's should have paid your bill, buddy. I know what I'd be doing. I'd be hitting up Bonzi for a bigger paycheck. Volunteering doesn't pay your bills, man. Especially when you're paying $900,000 for a house. It's pretty expensive. So Glassy doesn't pay his bills. Bonzi's homeless, and I'm here alone. 1 second, he says, he's going to make his way back in. I'm here home alone. It's kind of want to get out of here. Go and do shit, man. I got the house to myself. Fuck, this never happens. Never happens. Doe and I are like this. We're always together. We're best of buds. I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way. I love the lady. Love her dearly. We're best of buds. But when she's gone, when I have the house to myself, I'm like a fucking 12-year-old. I fucking snacks in the fridge. I got beer. I got 1 beer left. Oh, fuck. Been hitting the booze hard. I bought a 15-pack 3 months ago. I still got 1 left. I'm pounding them back. Gwen's still here. You know what, Gwen? We should have you on the show one night. We should. Get you on here. Squawking. Because you're engaged, right? Oh, there he is. He's back. Where'd you go? Should have paid your bill.
Holy, I didn't pay my bill. Thanks very much.
I was saying I'd be hitting Bonzi up for a raise. This volunteer money isn't paying
I know.
fucking power bill.
I got the stream going here. I'm just watching that going. You bastards! Please don't trash me that much.
Too late.
Anyways,
Too late.
no. So you were carrying on 138,000, and you got into the rental rates of, which is ridiculous.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then, as I was saying, the lots across the street, so they were available to us when we bought this house for $6,900 each.
Yeah.
And Doe and I laughed about it.
What was that?
Hey, 2003.
Well, yeah, okay. So, shit, man. That's
So,
same as here in BC.
Doe and I laughed about it. We should buy them. We live across the street from a farm field. We'd have the view forever. Nobody could develop if we own those lots. And we laughed about it for a year. And then a year later, those lots sold for $79,000 because there was a big upgrader going in Redwater, about 20 kilometers from here.
Yeah.
My realtor is coming to the door going, I'll give you $300,000 for your house right now. I got buyers lined up. Well, $300,000. And
they drop off shit here all the time too. Like, I can sell your place right now. Like, we're good. Yep.
At the time, we had no houses here though. There was zero inventory, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck, maybe I should sell. Triple my money in a year.
Mm-hmm.
But then I got to pay it on the other end, like you said.
Buy back in the market.
I got to buy back in the market. And it's going to cost me double what I'm going to pay anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And then so we didn't, and we should have. And now we got those houses that were built across the street. They all sold for about $545,000 in 2004, 5, 6. And
how is it doing in Alberta now? I've been in Alberta, but off and on since full time 2017. I guess.
It's
16.
coming up a little. Housing values are coming up a little bit
Like,
right now.
fuck, good luck with Jason Kenney, man. I thought Notley was bad.
Well,
In our studio in the morning, in the radio studio, Rock 97.9 up in Fort Mac, we had a board that said, once Notley got elected, how many days counting down that the next election would happen? Like, holy crap. I mean, we had Taniao up there. Follow that guy.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
It's been,
hide in the bushes, Yao.
I can't defend the guy because he's a fucking dipshit.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's the same thing. Any political party right now, I don't care, BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan, any of the 10 provinces, the territories, whatever. You're between a rock and a hard place. It doesn't matter what you do.
I wish.
Oh, we're gonna lock it down. We're gonna shut it down. No, that's the wrong thing. Okay, we're gonna open it up. No, that's the wrong thing. It doesn't matter what they do with this pandemic. It's the wrong decision.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. There are things that they should have done differently. Like, when Kenny opened it up, he shut down they had shut down all the excess beds, the excess ICU beds and stuff that they'd kind of set up and so forth. They'd shut all that down, thinking, okay, well, I think we're through with it. Fatal error, as it turns out. But just I can't stand the guy.
Do you guys have schools closed? We just had our first, I believe, school outbreak here in BC, and that was actually in Chilliwack. And
our schools are open here.
20 students and staff. So it shut down until October 3rd, I believe, or October 4th.
Yeah, our schools are still open right now. I think I read someplace we've had one or two. The same deal. 20 kids or whatever walking in.
Yeah, I was talking to Lindley, and I mean, it's a crisis in Ontario. Like, holy crap, man! Like, Ryan Lindley off the Sheeple Shepherd podcast, if you don't know that, on the D Blundell Network. Got to give the plug.
Good plug.
Yeah.
No, I know Brian. Don't know Ryan. I don't know him, but I've talked to him.
It's crazy out there, like, I love the narrative that it's changed, though, because it's, take it for what it's worth. In my opinion, they're dividing a population. So now the narrative has changed to the unvaccinated. But don't get me wrong. I think the unvaccinated are playing their cards wrong in protesting in front of hospitals and schools and everything.
Why are you protesting in front of the very place that's going to have to save your life?
Yeah.
What happens when you piss off the wrong doctor on the street the one day? You say the wrong thing and just touch the nerve.
Yep.
And then you end up on a gurney with him looking down on you going, fuck you.
Right?
Pull the plug. You're done.
Yeah, no, I fully agree with that. And they lost. I get it. We should probably fight for the very narrative that we're dividing a population with the passports. There, I said it. Oh, God. Your comment section is going to light up tonight. I know it.
Yeah, light up.
Somebody's out there with a keyboard.
That's what the mute button's for. Keyboard warriors. Yeah, they're all brave, sitting 1,000 kilometers away.
Yeah, like, what can you even say today? Like,
say it to my face.
Fuck, Like,
yeah, say it to my face. Don't say it.
It gets out of hand where you almost reconsider what you're going to post, because it's like, do I want to deal with this guy for the next 2 hours or 3 hours?
Do what I do on Twitter. Post something. Do what I do on Twitter. You post something that's going to incite a riot, and then mute the conversation.
Oh, you can do that too. Just let the comments free roll. You mean?
Yeah. Okay. Well, you mute the entire conversation.
Yeah, and just turn them loose on each other.
Yeah, exactly. But
nice.
No, it's bad. And this whole creating two separate societies has nothing to do with creating a vaccine passport or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's the poor decisions of 19% of the people in this country. I think that's what it is. I think we're 81% vax now.
Yeah. 81.
So 19% of the people in this country have kind of made a bad decision. That's the only way you can look at it. And I mean, growing up, I was vaccinated for chicken pox and the measles and.
Yeah, a friend of mine, Lynn, got tested. A friend of mine, Lynn, was one of the initial year-long researchers for the polio vaccine.
Yeah, the polio vax. Yeah. And that was all mandatory. You didn't have a choice. It was like, here's your arm, give me your arm. It left a big scar. You see those people with the scars on their arms?
The little pin
and
dots,
that's what that was. Yeah, the 4 dots. And we all got that shit. So I don't know, 40, 58, so 48 years
As
later, and he's
Lachlan would
10.
say, "Good luck, fuckers." We don't even know if the
Yeah,
vaccine will help us all.
yeah,
Like,
exactly. Yeah, it
cool, right on.
doesn't
Happy
keep you from
Friday.
getting
That's
sick.
what I'll say.
Yeah, it doesn't keep you from getting sick. It doesn't keep you
Mm,
from catching disease or having the ability to spread it. But you're not going to die. Odds are,
yep,
not going to die.
that's right. And
100% of the people in the ICU units in Alberta today, 100% of them are
mhm.
unvaccinated.
Yeah, I think we're up at about 89% in
hundred
BC.
percent are unvaccinated.
Hmm.
So had they gone and gotten their vaccines, had we been 100% vaccinated, there'd
Yep.
be nobody but your regular ICU patients in there.
So back up a couple months, a friend of mine gets COVID, ends
Mm-hmm.
up in the hospital, ends up in ICU, short of a ventilator,
Yeah.
but um, in a hospital for that long. So now he's back in life, right? He's now what I don't know if you would call it a long hauler because it's too soon, but the same symptomatic effects. Same thing that's happening with, I believe, Sutter, the Canucks, when they all got COVID. Um, he can't walk to the end of my driveway and then walk back to my garage door without having to sit down for 20 minutes. And
It's a funny disease.
it is, it does whatever
The
it wants.
the company I work for, the founder is 80 years old,
Yep.
and he's in the shop all the time. He doesn't he's retired, but he's in monkeying around. He's got a couple hundred old cars that he's rebuilt in a museum out here.
Mhm.
So he's in monkeying around all the time. He ended up getting COVID. 80 years old. Okay, kind of, well, fuck. We'll see
More
what happens.
susceptible. Okay.
And one of our salesmen got COVID. 50 years old, baseball player, athlete, fit, just on the go all the time.
Mhm.
Al, the 80-year-old, recovered. He's fine. No long haul effects, no nothing.
Mhm.
Mark, the 51-year-old, can't walk 10 steps, like you say, without stopping for half an hour to catch his breath. And this is a year later now. It's
Kind of
over a
like
year now.
kind of like Brad said the other night, like a compromised immune system and stuff. Like
Yeah,
he was a firm believer, and he said that on our podcast was that you get it enhances your immune system, or your body fights it naturally, and then
right.
you get the shot. Now you're fighting the shot, and that's where a lot of things happen, right? So
See, we had a gentleman down the way.
see, nobody fucking knows. That's what I don't understand. It's like there's so many this
Give you an
side, that side,
idea
right?
now where it's at with the hospitals being plugged up here in Alberta with COVID patients.
Mm.
Neighbor down the way, his gallbladder exploded. He was awaiting gallbladder surgery. It had been put off now for 18 months, 2 years just about, and it finally ruptured. They rushed him into the University Hospital in Edmonton, and he passed away because they didn't have the staff, they didn't have the facilities
Resources, yeah,
to operate. He ended up
yeah,
getting sepsis and passing away.
yeah.
And having just gone through gallbladder surgery 3 years ago, it's kind of, and mine was just a rock. I don't know if you saw the picture on Facebook or whatever.
Mm.
Mine was a rock the size of your fist.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be this nice plump pink thing, eh?
I don't want to know about fistings or plump pink things.
Oh,
You get where I'm. Yes,
you take the fun out of my life. You really do.
yeah.
It's like we're married.
You have
So
to.
let's get into
Uh-oh.
the storyline of
Oh,
you. So you were born a cartoon character, from what I understand. I'm just going off what I found. You were born into a cartoon family.
oh
Your
Lord.
stepdad was Apu. You see where
I
we're going with this?
I kind of met him. Yeah. That was at I believe that was after the Simpsons movie. We found a 7-Eleven that was done across Canada up in the Quickie Mart.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Then you got into
Yep.
radio.
Well, no. Well, yes and
So
no.
Apu kicked you out and said, "Go fucking make your own way." You got
Oh
into
hell
radio.
no. That was up in Fort. This is much later.
This is in Fort McAstray. I know the station very well.
Fort McMurray,
Fort McAstray. Yeah.
Fort McCash. Yeah, depending on who you're talking to, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Fort McCocaine.
Okay. Yeah.
Fort McCrack.
I couldn't believe that when I first got up there. It's like, oh, okay, coming from BC.
And then,
That's where Glassy came along, because my last name is Glazier, and
right.
Cub Carson, our morning guy, who came from Power 97 in Winnipeg, and it was at the Bear, and
Yeah, you get
I'm
punted out of here pretty quick.
yeah, I'm from BC, so I must be glassy-eyed. So there you go. That's how
Yeah,
that
probably
happened. Right here.
Glassy
There it is.
head right there.
Right there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, see, and Glossy-eyed. Perfect segue because then you got your seeing eye dog.
That's Milo. Yes,
That's
he's
Milo,
my,
your seeing eye dog.
Yeah,
That's
he's
why
my
he has the
lab.
glasses.
Yep. I call it my lab PB when I'm at the river because I don't really want to let people know he's a pit bull because it tends to terrify people. But he's a
Oh,
cool guy.
I call my dog a pit bull all the time.
He's off-leash trained. I don't worry about him. I could
Yeah.
go he could sit in the front yard. I go in the house and go
I
to the
refer to
washroom for 20
all
minutes.
dogs are pit bulls.
Yeah.
All dogs are pit bulls.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you train them the right way,
Mhm.
it's the dog who takes on the characteristics of its owner.
Yeah.
And then we got this one here, and I know this guy. I know him very well. I
Oh,
did
do
sound
you?
production for him up in Westlock.
Okay. Yeah.
He was about 15 years old. I was working at a country radio station and a country bar in Westlock. And
Oh,
he came into
Westlock. Cool.
yeah.
What was Westlock?
prime time? It's about an hour and a half.
No. What was the station name? Where did they go under?
Oh fuck, I don't remember.
I always wanted to work in Athabasca. I don't know why.
Yeah,
But
I don't know why you
Westlock.
want to work in Westlock. It's backwards ass hillbilly. So, anyways,
It was Alberta without the Alberta,
yeah. Oops.
Oh.
I screwed up. I pushed the wrong button.
There
So, anyways, Brett was playing in the bar. I was doing sound for him, DJing, jack of all that night.
He's a great
And
guy.
he came down off the stage. I think he was about 15 or 16 years old because we had to get that special licensing for him to play in the bar, licensed establishment.
Yep.
And he was allowed to be on stage. When he was off stage, he was out the door. And we had a green room set up out back for him and his dad. His dad was there. His dad was standing beside the sound booth, and Brett come down off the stage, walked up to the sound booth. I grabbed him, literally grabbed him by the scruff of the shirt, pulled him up to the sound booth, and his dad's eyes are big. Like, well, what the fuck? Look, kid, you've got fucking talent. If I ever see you in Edmonton driving a taxi, I will slap the living fuck out of you.
Right?
Now go relax.
Yeah.
His dad.
He's always always had that
great shit.
Always had that fire. I worked at Country 107.1 out in Abbotsford. And he came in, and this was before Started With a Song came out. It majorly hit the radio, and he came into our boardroom and chunked out Started With a Song, and it's on YouTube if you search it. I think you could probably find it on my my YouTube page, I believe. But it's phenomenal, and that was before he even made it big. God left him and his wife and his family, like beautiful stand-up act.
He's such a down-home kid. He really just a nice
kid.
Kid.
Never gets above himself,
Yeah,
that's the thing. Everybody shits on Chad Kroeger and Nickelback, but it was just really his wife that was a bitch.
I learned today,
like
about another country singer, Canadian. Default is the band. What the hell is the lead singer's name from Default? Anybody? Just as big a country star.
Dallas Smith.
Dallas Smith. Thank you very much. Yeah, just as bigger country star probably than rock star.
Oh yeah.
What? That's going over here. I'm gonna play a country fair. Okay, we're done. Yeah, I gotta run over to the bar here and drum a band. What? So I thought that was kind of cool. I heard that on the radio today.
When I worked at Country 107.1, man, like you wouldn't believe you have your hip hop bar and then you have your country bar, and the country bar is always way more funner because everybody's just having a fucking good time versus the hip hop bar, Little John's and all that stuff.
Exactly.
Oh my!
More fists, less guns.
I could tell you a lot of stories from Merritt. Let me tell you that.
Oh,
From
where?
That's another episode. Yeah, Merritt Mountain.
Oh God.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. I've been in a few establishments out that way over the years.
Oh Lord, it
toured with some bands, and
we were very fortunate up in Fort McMurray. We had a lot of bands come through. We had Aerosmith come up. That was one of the biggest. We've had Kiss come up there. We had 3 Days Grace, I believe. Yeah, and Lizzie Hale and Joel from Hailstorm. I think I sent you that picture. We had so much stuff come up there, and every weekend there was always something going on.
Yeah, I played the Fort McMurray Arena. Does that count? The old arena, the father something.
Frank, no, Lacroix. Frank
Yes.
Lacroix.
Frank
That's
Lacroix,
it.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Played the Frank Lacroix Arena up there.
Up in Beacon Hill.
Yeah, up in Beacon Hill. That was a good
Yeah.
time. But there was a
Mhm.
time where when I was doing sound production with bands and doing Western Canadian swings and stuff like that, where you'd link up with the band here in Edmonton or in Calgary or whatever. And I forget the band that I was touring with. Not even if I said their name, nobody know who it was. It was like a one-hit wonder, like Sweeney Todd, but not even that big.
Mm-hmm. Roxy
And it was
Roller. Oh, God.
hey,
Roxy Roller.
yeah. But it was early mid '80s, and it was like we played they played the American in Vancouver on Main Street, and from there we went into New West to someplace, and then to the Blue Boy on Marine Drive, and then to the Smiling Buddha on, I forget what the name of the street is there.
How far back are we
Granville
going?
Station. This is early 80s,
Okay.
like
Ooh,
84,
okay.
83. But we played the Smiling Buddha.
I think I was still in diapers.
Yeah, probably. We left the Smiling Buddha to go to New Westminster. The Smiling Buddha burnt down. Played New West, left that hotel, and there was a fire in the bar. It didn't burn to the ground, but there was a fire in the bar after we left.
Right.
The American burned to the ground the day after we played there. It's like, what's going on here, man? Like, are we leaving pyrotechnics behind or something?
Black Cloud Pullaway.
Fuck.
Wow.
So, yeah. So you guys want to go to church and pray? Probably not a good idea.
Probably not a good idea. Yeah.
Just saying, yeah.
Wouldn't
You guys want to go for a pizza? Probably not a good idea. I'll be in the band. I'll just stay in the band, man. Yeah, that was a rough, and it was 4 or 5 nights in a row. It wasn't just 1 or 2. It was 4 or 5 in a row. It's like, we're done with this tour. I'm going home.
We had a lot of good nights, both at the Buffalo Club, the Roxy, and actually 3, the Commodore. That was always a good one. And Lamplighter in Gastown.
Okay,
Bravo,
yeah.
Bravo to them, still open. Beautiful
Yeah,
club.
they're still around.
Yeah.
Metro, Club Metro.
I went there with a buddy of mine one night,
Herpy
and he was mad at the bouncer. The bouncer said something, and he wasn't very happy, and like did the whole velvet rope pull. Yeah, and lassoed, and it was pretty wild. I was like, okay, cool.
Fun times.
And
I
think I just started barely doing street team at the 94.5. Like, yeah, that was a long time ago.
That's where I cut my teeth. Well, high school, we had a radio station in our high school, so I started doing that in high school. And
I do street teams and all that.
Yeah, and then we had the same thing here on Shaw Cable swap meet.
Oh, so no, not like Trader Talk or something like that. Here's Joe calling in with his lawnmower.
And you got to remember, this isn't a day of landlines. There's no cell phones. There's no interlink connections. It's kind of hold the phone to the mic, as close to the mic and hope it runs through the board. And what you got there, Joe? I got a '78 Granada with a 302, and I want $300 for it. Okay. What's your number, Joe? Well, 487-9192. Okay, Joe, 487-9192. He's got a '78 Granada, folks. $300.
To Trader Talk. I think my buddy Matt moved up to the Rush up in Whitehorse, and holy crap, they still have Trader Talk on Saturday mornings.
No way.
Yeah, it's the radio flea market.
Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, you're only in Alberta, so an hour before you, I guess.
Yeah.
Right, but they run Trader Talk, and it's buying the lawnmower, buying the weed eater, and see, that's beautiful. That's what it's all about, right? That's what a lot of the Bells, the Rogers, every corporation that runs. Harvard's really good. I'd love to work for Vista, but it's community radio, and it's community radio driven, again, because everybody wants to feel that they're a part of something, and that's why we all do it. That's why we include them in all the shenanigans and the shit that we do, and because they're probably doing that too,
Yeah, exactly. Well,
and it doesn't change.
The first interview I had for radio was a radio station out of Yellowknife that I ended up going up and working for, and it was situated right above Mr. Mike's restaurant. And my apartment was right next door, so I never even had to go outside. It was the perfect scenario, perfect storm. Minus 45 degrees outside. I don't even have to go outside, man. Cars sitting out there frozen with a chunk of ice in the parking lot. Don't care. But in the interview over the phone, And the guy's telling me all about the job. And I said, okay, well, that's all fine and dandy and cool. And, I'm ready to jump on the position because I want to be in radio. I want to do this. Just tell me, though, before I leave, before I get in my car and head up there, I'm not doing any of this sales shit like lawnmowers and TVs and cars and, a Trader Vic type shit,
Yep.
swap meet stuff. No, fuck, we're a legit radio station. We don't do that shit. That's exactly what he said to me. It's like, okay, I'm on my way. I'll be there tomorrow. I'll make it 2 days.
I actually kind of thought that was a cool idea because it gets community involved, and you get to know Larry down the street, and you get to know Bill down the street, and
it in a smaller community it's really neat.
And that's what it's all about, man. Like we've done fundraisers up in Fort McMurray that it would blow your mind what we do for a 3-day food bank fill up.
Yeah,
we would do probably $100,000, $300,000 in a 3-day grocery just drop, right? Or you buy the individual $25 packs, and then they could put them into, they give that as a donation. But the amount of giving up there it was phenomenal, and I wish I could have been up there a lot more longer because I still love the community, and it's a very giving community.
When were you up there?
2013 till 2016.
Yeah, see, there was a lot of money up there at that time.
There was, and
tons of it. I know because I was up there making that kind of money at that time too.
When we first got up there, we had seen, the Fort Crack, the proverbial Fort Crack, right? Yep. You go to town on Thursday and you're back on Monday, up at site and stuff like that. As we lived our tenure up in Fort McMurray, wife and I, we seen the shift to individual families. Dad goes and works at site. They settle down, buy a house in Timberley, Thickwood, and we've seen the community grow. So we've seen that transitional shift. It still exists. Yeah, all that bullshit still exists, but you have a lot more. I mean, the population was a lot more bigger before the wildfires, and that's unfortunate. But between Abasan, Waterways, Beacon Hill, Gregoire, Thickwood, Timberley, even up at Fort McKay, like we had a lot of cool people because we weren't afraid to, and that's what we tried to do at Rock 97.9 was do community. We're a community, right? That's what made us successful. It's like my boss, Rick, I'll remember this. This is a funny story. My GM, Rick, came up and said, well, you're doing the midday show, right? So you got to, I was like, yeah, well, Cub Carson's got the morning show sponsored. Chris Burns got the drive show sponsored. You should try and get your show sponsored. So, okay. So we always did Showgirls up in Fort McMurray for UFC nights, which is much like your, is it Diamonds?
Showgirls here. Yeah, Diamonds burnt down. Showgirls was here for...
Oh, okay.
Showgirls was here in Edmonton. They blew up the Boston Pizza so that they... At the time, before Boston Pizza moved in, they were going to put a strip club in there.
Okay.
And it mysteriously blew up.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. Well, I was working in that industry at the time, too.
Yeah.
I was working as a DJ at the ballet.
We always went on the station sponsorship, right? Because we hosted UFC nights up at Showgirls. And this guy sold hot dogs out of his cool cart that was on the side of the building. So we buddied up with him, a great guy, and we were like, hey, you want to sponsor a midday show? And we got to buy. We sold it within Rogers. It went to traffic in Calgary, and we sold it as a Wiener Report.
Oh, cool.
So when they wrote it out in the traffic logs, the printouts that you get every day of what's airing, it showed up as a Wiener Report.
The Wiener Report.
It was a good buy, though. But that was what community was, right? We had one morning, there was a fourplex fire, fiveplex, or those row homes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Condo, townhome.
Yeah, somebody put a
sick.
row.
Ghetto.
Yeah, I guess so.
Ghetto.
We had one of those complexes. Somebody put a cigarette butt out in the planter box, and the works burned to the ground. We went to air at 6 o'clock in the morning and said, "Hey, the family needs money." And I say we because we're all a team up there, right? That's what we always were instilled upon. And we went to air at 6 with donations, ask, come in, drop anything off, cash, whatever you got, whatever. There's 5 families and stuff. By 9 o'clock, our lobby was full with
Yeah,
donations.
I've
We
seen that happen.
had to get a driving force C-can, and each family got 10 grand.
Yeah, we've done that at some of the radio stations. I was at the one in Penticton, the little AM station I was at. We had the same deal. House burnt to the ground. 2 kids were killed, and we, just started taking monetary donations to help the family. Not anything to replace anything, just monetary donations. And I think we raised $15,000 in 2 or 3 days.
Power radio, man, it's cool.
Penticton's not a big community. I got fired from that radio station. Dropped an F-bomb.
Uh-oh.
I was doing morning news from 6 to 9. And greatest life in the world. I had it made. Still married to my first wife at the time. Lived in a apartment across the street from Skaha Beach. My day would consist of getting up in the morning, heading to the studio, doing the morning news, leaving the studio about 10:30, 11 o'clock after meetings and stuff. Head to the liquor store, grab a 12-pack of beer, grab my guitar, go to the beach, sit on the beach, drink beer, play guitar. Leave the beach, head to Tiffany's nightclub, DJ'd in Tiffany's nightclub overnight till 2:33 in the morning. Leave there, find a party, go to the party, have a good time, be at the radio station by 5:30 to do news.
Yep.
That was my life. It was great.
Yep.
Walked into the station one morning at 5 minutes to 6, walked to the telex and the BA machine and just grabbing paper. I'm in there, still pissed.
Well, the cool thing was...
scratching shit out. Not going to read that. No, that's not worth it. That's stupid. Got through the news. I've listened to it on playback. And the news, you couldn't tell I was pissed or anything. It was perfect.
Of course.
Into a commercial, kind of went, wow, that's good. Like, fuck.
Yep.
I mean,
it's all the delivery. And then what would happen? Right, what would happen after that red light went off? You turned the light out and went to sleep for 55 more minutes.
No. That went great. Fuck. Okay. Now the weather. Now turning to the weather. I have no weather in front of me. Nothing. Turning to weather. Currently, it's dark outside. It'll be light a little while later on. And then tonight, it's going to get fucking dark again. That's the weather.
Yep.
And out. The only morning in my radio career that I know of that the program director was listening. There was a phone call. Wade was unemployed. Made my way home. Got home. My phone rang not 20 minutes after I got home. C. Fox out of Vancouver was phoning. Want to come do morning news here? Okay. So ended up in Vancouver till November. And then depression set in. I had to get out of Vancouver or hang myself. It was that simple. That dreary, drizzly. I'm from Alberta, man. I need my sunshine. Sorry.
Drex was pulled out of Courtney or somewhere up the island when he called. He said some of our listeners refer to you, Christy Clark, as a MILF, and they didn't like that really within Vista, and he was gone. And C. Fox, I believe, called the next morning and said, "Hey."
And the reason the PD phoned me, and I don't know what your guy went. I was in 84.
It's only in the last. Well, I was in Fort McMurray, so
yeah,
10 years ago.
The reason C. Fox told me, the first thing the guy said, "Look, man, I'm from
8 years ago. Sorry,
Brent Sislane, Brent Sis something, Sissy." He was a PD at the time out there. He phoned me up. He says, "Hey, look, man, I heard you got fired. We want you. We want you now. You have personality. This is you're exactly what we're looking for. Just don't drop F-bombs. We'll be fine."
That's it.
Okay. And now you listen. Like I listen to the morning show here in Edmonton on the Locker Room. 95.7, and it shit, piss, everything short of fucking cunt. I think there's of the 7 words,
it's changed,
they say 5 of them, man. Yeah, I know.
Back in the day,
I'd make it in radio today.
You couldn't say a girl with short shorts and you'd be out of a job. It was and that was it.
Yeah.
Nowadays, as I guess probably technology changes us as well, makes us more numb to word saying slangs.
Exactly.
I love what Locke has. Like I worked with Cub Carson, I think, who worked with Locke at Power 97
at the Bear.
Yeah, one of the two. And we had Cub up in Fort McMurray, Carson, and like one of my best friends in the whole world, right? Went off to drive a train, said fuck radio and I'm gonna go drive trains. And that's what he does now. But
I was wondering where he got to.
Yeah. He told me so much about Locke. Like he's he's such a, it's always a forward thinking, and I love that about Locke. It's just boom, 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 let's go get it, boom, boom. And that's the same thing Dean did. We saw a lot of Dean stuff, and I was even in BC at the time when his dad worked in Vancouver, Jim Schneider, or Jim Blundell, and sorry, bad names. His dad was in Vancouver, but taught us the true leadership of team, being a part of a team, being a part of, that's radio. You crack that mic, you go get it. That doesn't matter. Like, go get it. Whether you're doing a traffic report or whether, or even talking about, I hate liner jocks. Coming up in 7 minutes, I'm going to tell you about how your hat should turn more left.
Like, hang on, wait. There we go. Like this?
Oh, Lord.
Is this what we're after right here? Like this?
It's just trash radio. And
it is. And that's
like, much respect to like Todd Hancock and everybody, Brian Weeb. They've taught Don Lane, have taught the instillmanship of being a proper person on air, and that's what it's all about. You circle them, and you
be genuine, be real.
That's
be
what makes
yourself.
Bonzi so successful. Is just
I've never met Bonzi in person.
Yeah,
I love him dearly. I don't know what it is about him and I that we interacted on Dean's show, and then I jumped over onto his show the one night and interacted with him a little bit, and we've been tight since. We just hit it off.
I love it. I love what Dean's got going on, because it's just it's community focused.
It is.
This is when he first announced that years ago, and we watched a lot of the shenanigans and everything like that from Alberta. We were just like, holy fuck, you got fired. Like, bravo, sir.
Exactly.
I see where he was going, but it just like a mass cancel culture, if you will. Like, it's disgusting. And but yeah, we watched, like, radio is a small community. A lot of people across Canada, and if you don't know somebody, you know somebody that worked with them.
Yeah,
you know a guy through a guy through a guy through, he produced that or whatever.
Yeah.
And when Dean first announced the whole Dean Linnell network, I was like, that's beautiful. Like, honestly.
Well, that's when I first heard it. It's like, podcast. What the fuck's a podcast? First off, okay. Yeah, okay. I can see Dean. This is Dean's forum. This fits because he can get away with that, whatever he wants, and that's what Dean wanted in radio. He wanted to get away with whatever he wanted to.
Corporate. Yep.
If I want to do this, I'm going to fucking do this, and I don't care what management says. Mm-hmm. And now I'm management, and it's my station. And look out, I'm on my way. And
there you go.
The other thing with it too, I don't how many podcasts he has under his umbrella now. It's got to be close to 80.
Yep.
Something like that. And
each one's different and unique, though. I love it.
Each one's different and unique, but they're all family. Like,
that's it.
They all bounce around on each other's pods and stuff like that. And you can tell there's a lot of...
that was a good interview with Army Chris, by the way, the other night.
Thank you.
I caught
Thank
that.
you very much.
Yep.
There's a lot of
he's made camaraderie.
It too. What's that? Yeah, he's under Dean now too, which is good. I'm cheering for him.
Yep.
I saw Army Chris's podcast the day it dropped. And
thank you, sir, for your service.
I just went, holy fuck, wow. Like, yeah, this is cool. And I'm not an Army guy. I'm not a military guy. Yep. My mom wanted me to join the Navy. I told her as soon as they put a goddamn boat in the North Saskatchewan River in Edmonton, I'll join the Navy. Until then, it's not going to happen. My daughter married a Army guy. He went over to Iraq, ended up getting blown up by an IED, losing his left leg, and then succumbed to his injuries about 5 years after coming home.
Shoot. Sorry.
And so that kind of drugged me into that Army life. Mm-hmm. And I'd met Army Chris once 3 years ago.
He was a minesweeper, right? Minesweeper?
Yeah, that's what my son-in-law did as well.
Yeah, my grandpa did that in the First World War. I have black and white pictures actually upstairs in my room where they would send him out off the battleship and he'd swim out in the Mediterranean and defuse these fucking things and hopefully not get blown up. And he'd come back to boat.
My son-in-law diffused a IED buried in the sand, and then took a step back to, you stand up and take that step back to counterbalance yourself, and tripped another one and blew himself up. So yeah, over that fast. He was there for 10 days. Jesus. That was the end of it. And his biggest thing when he got back is he didn't get a chance to finish his fight. Mm-hmm. And it was instilled in his brain, man, I got to get back there. Yeah. And it's
that was cool. You had Chris on the other night. That was awesome.
Yeah,
honestly
yeah.
gotta say
And
that.
like I say, his show was, it's really intrigued me. Like I'm really looking forward to these
It's real
stories and
life,
stuff.
right? Like, let's see what's
It's
going on.
these are the guys that were there and did the shit. It's not
Yeah,
some news guy reporting what this happened.
that's right.
No, this
Yeah.
is what went down, and
Yeah.
that's I'm I don't know. I'm a truth seeker when it comes to history. I'm a history buff, but I want
know,
to
me
hear
too.
the true side of it, not the narrative that Joe Piscopo wrote about.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't know if Joe Piscopo wrote about it, but I'm just throwing a name out there.
I don't think so.
Gwen probably wrote about it. 'Cause Gwen seems like the type that would write about history.
Is Gwen still here?
I don't know.
Do we still have people here?
I don't know. It shows me having 3 here, so you, me, and somebody else. I don't know.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Here, let me check
we're
my
winning.
you. Oh yeah, we got 3 people watching.
Right
There
on.
you go. Who's the mystery person? I gotta know that.
I don't know. I'm assuming it's Gwen.
Should I Joe checking in on you?
It might be Hoppy.
Oh,
They might have just left the computer on in the thing when they went out to do their call.
there you go.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, no,
But anyways, brother,
Mm.
I'm gonna wrap things up. The wife has come home.
I gotta go pee. Say hi to Joe for me.
Oh, I'm in trouble now. Yes, it is Gwen. She says I love history. But do you write about it, Gwen? I don't know if you heard what we were talking about people that write about history, but they don't really know about it.
She's in Edmonton too. She's probably baked.
Probably. I'm just laugh out loud.
No, wait, no. In Alberta, it's shrooms. Shrooms.
I'm hoping to see Gwen tomorrow at the Turner Park in Fort Saskatchewan. I'm doing pictures.
Oh yeah, you're
she's
doing
home.
a picture shoot tomorrow.
She's
That's
home
cool.
from shopping.
Right on.
Yeah,
Hi, Joe.
first time in 2 years. Last weekend I got to actually shoot people, which was kind of nice. Yeah,
Shoot people. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are they standing
Which
in
was
front of a
cool.
hospital?
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
that's too much. I'm sorry.
yeah. So
I said way too much. We should end this now.
yeah, and Gwen's stoned, so
Yeah.
she says I am
There you go.
glassy. So great on.
There you go.
Thanks for
All right,
sticking
wait.
it out, Gwen. Thanks for
Love to do it anytime. We'll
Yeah,
have you over
thanks for
on
joining
the
us.
we'll have you over on the Bonzi podcast here.
yeah. We're gonna have to do that and
Totally.
get right dirty.
Appreciate
Maybe
it though. That's what it's
think
all
I'll
about, right? Like
It
Dean's
is.
got the whole network down, and let's
yeah,
roll.
Yeah, just promote each other, bounce each other, share
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
That's all you can do, man.
Totally.
Try and get a few viewers in to pay the bills.
Okay, ready? Dean, if you're watching. No.
What are you doing?
Oh, we were doing I don't know. Okay, fuck it. No.
I know exactly what you're doing. And he's out. All right on. Thanks, Classy, for joining me tonight. Thanks, Gwen, for sticking it out all 18 hours and 57 minutes or however long I've been on. Thank my sponsors. I don't have any. I had my daughter, and then she quit. She's I don't know if she's still doing glasses or not. You'd have to. I don't know. I suppose I'll ask her tomorrow when I see her. But that's it. That's all. Another edition of Friday Night Bitch Night. I got some bitching out of the way. Nobody else got any bitching out of the way, but I got some bitching out of the way. So I'm going to have a good weekend. Hour and a half later. But hey, we got it done. Gwen, have a good night. Don't forget tomorrow, Turner Park. I was going to say Turner Valley, but that's nowhere near where we're going to be. Turner Park in Fort Saskatchewan, down in the River Valley. The leaves are turning color. So I'm going to be out there taking pictures. If you feel so inclined to stop by, and we'll see you then.